All right, 25 to the top of the hour. Glad you're with us. 800-941-SEAN. You want to be a part of the program. We have been more focused on the Senate races around the country, and we're doing stuff to fix that. Lee Zeldin, for example, now within the margin of error in the state of New York, believe it or not, and has a real chance, I think, of beating Kathy Hochul, who's not up to the job. All these Democrats are taking on the same strategy. It's the Biden basement bunker strategy. They're all hiding. Now, the Trafalgar poll, and this is where we want to make up some ground and cover some of these gubernatorial races. We had Kari Lake from Arizona on yesterday. Doug Mastriano and Dr. Oz now are within less than 2 points and catching up to their respective opponents. Oz taking on Fetterman and Doug Mastriano taking on the Attorney General Josh Shapiro. So Trafalgar, Robert Cahaley, one of our most trusted pollsters, one of the most accurate in the country, has this now well within the margin of error. Both races. In other words, both of these races are very winnable. And we're focused on Pennsylvania because control of the Senate may come down to the state of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Anyway, so Doug Mastriano joins us now. First, congratulations. These polls have narrowed well within the margin of error. It's less than 2 points. This is a winnable race. How do you see it from your perspective as of today?
Yeah, I feel really good, Sean, because we have, of course, Trafalgar last month had another poll with us about 4 points apart. Barris, they released a poll about a week and a half ago, had us tied at 43 points each. Barris is feeling pretty bullish about our race. He's looking at those who are undecided, and it looks like 70 to 80% of those will naturally break for me because they're working class people. The thing is, Sean, my opponent has 6 years as the Attorney General, and the media is not asking him a question. And the fact is, we're less safe underneath his rule. And not only did he fail as a senior law enforcement official during the shutdown, our Attorney General Shapiro was a complete failure because he sued to keep the kids masked up because the school unions told him to do that. He sued to keep business shut down. And to make matters worse, Sean, he sued nuns, the Little Sisters of the Poor, because he has no tolerance, for their religious beliefs. He took them to the Supreme Court. I mean, this guy's just too radical and extreme.
Sounds like, he and the trust fund brat in a hoodie could be best buddies. Sounds like another radical extremist. Where is he on debating? Because I understand he's ducking and dodging you as well.
Yeah, he doesn't want to debate me. We offered several platforms. I'll do a Stephen / Lincoln kind of debate if he wants to open forum. We want to do a forum where we could bring in our own moderators instead of using, CNN or what have you, which obviously I'd ask for double amount of time. But he doesn't want to debate me. He's declined all our offers.
By the way, nobody would watch it on CNN. You'd waste your time. I'd advise you not to go, but go ahead.
You're right. It would be a lot of hot air and nothing happening.
Gavin Newsom goes, I want to debate Ron DeSantis on CNN. And I'm like, nobody will see it. Why don't you at least come on Fox? Somebody will see it. This Senate race of Oz is critical. Your race as governor is equally as critical to make sure, look, you're dealing with people now that are pushing really hard to take an $80 billion industry in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, energy, and they want to turn it upside down and destroy it. We actually should be going in the other direction. Because right now in Germany, they're paying 175% more for energy costs than they were paying last winter. People are going to be spending 30-40% of their annual income just to kind of heat their homes this winter. It's that bad. And the answer is in states like Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, New York, if they ever had a brain and would use it. This is critical for your state.
It is. And to make matters worse, Sean, our Governor Wolf, never was a governor more appropriately named, by the way. He put us in his carbon tax compact called the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. And although that's in the middle of a court battle, it increased our energy costs by 40% on the 1st of June. And it's going to cost us, the people, $2 billion to be in that next year. And so on day one, I'm rescinding that. We're going to be out of Reggie. You'll see an immediate drop in energy prices on 17 January when I'm sworn in by executive order. That's going to end. Then we're going to open up our wells. Right now, Pennsylvania is the third greatest energy producer in the nation. My desire under Mastriano is to have it number one. It's going to bring jobs, opportunity, revenues to our state. It's going to bring security to our allies. Already have a commitment from some of our European allies in NATO. They want to get it off of Pennsylvania and not off of Russia. So let's do it.
You know, if we became, we were an energy independent under Donald Trump. If we went back to energy independence and then took it the next step to become energy dominant, America would be the wealthiest country on the face of this earth because we are rich in natural resources of coal, oil, natural gas, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years worth of supplies if we need them. We could supply the entire world. Western Europe would love us, and they would be reliant on a country that you can trust versus relying on Vladimir Putin and the hostile regime in Russia. How stupid were they to do that?
And you think about the madness, Sean. So obviously, Vladimir Putin has been enriched because of failed policies by Democrat governors. You remember in 2018, there was that cold snap and Boston was running out of energy and they brought in 2 ships from Siberia. Are you kidding me? You can't buy it off of Pennsylvania? Oh, that's right. No pipelines across New York State to New England because of these green policies. My opponent is going to shut down our energy sector. And he's going to enrich people overseas like Putin. I mean, the Germans are paying $2 billion a month for energy to Putin, and that's before the price spike. And they're so proud they gave $2 billion to Ukraine. But, okay, what about the 20-some billion they pay every year to Vladimir Putin? We need to get off of Russian oil and gas. We need to produce it here in our own country where it's safer, better, and the money comes in. You know, and this is such common sense that I even have to say this.
Wait, we build it. We do it safer. We do it cleaner. Yep. And we do it cheaper and faster. Why wouldn't we do it here? Why would you beg? Maybe you can explain this to me. Why would you beg Saudi Arabia? Why would you beg OPEC repeatedly and get rejected repeatedly? Why would you send emissaries over to Venezuela? They're now dumping their prison population at our doorstep at our border. Why would you try to do another Iranian deal so that Iran can get rich when we have more natural resources than all of them put together? Why would we do that? How dumb is that?
Exactly. And the world is better off when America is the number one energy producer. So as governor, I can make it happen in Pennsylvania. I was at a Republican Governors Association meeting earlier this summer there, and the great governor of Texas is there. But I kind of, in good heart and good spirit threw down that under me, Pennsylvania is going to pass Texas. We need to do that. We have the resources and capability. Why not develop the energy sector? And as you rightly said, it's a false argument from Democrats. We don't want to pollute our streams. We want trout in the streams. We don't want cancer agents in the water and what have you. We're doing it clean. I've been on the sites. I've been at the rigs. I've been at, in mines, pumping oil even personally, and they're doing it safely and rightly, unlike what's going on in, Russia and what have you. So let's produce it in Pennsylvania, and everyone will benefit. The choice for is very clear. We're at a crossroads. I mean, my opponent pretty much said he's in line with Tom Wolf's policies. So we're going to be between tyranny and freedom, and it's as simple as that. And that's why we're seeing independence breaking for me 60% now.
So let me ask you this, and I think this is a very important question. The only thing Democrats, they can't run on their record. So all they want to talk about is Jan 6 and Donald Trump. And then they want to demagogue and lie about abortion, saying that abortion is going to be outlawed in America. That's not true. And the next thing is the usual playbook. Republicans are racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, and they want dirty air and water. Now, my question to you is, those are the only attacks you're probably going to see. How do you answer those?
I talk about the issues. Josh Shapiro needs me on defense. He needs us. He's across the nation. Would they need Republicans? Oh no, I'm not that. Don't even play their game. I just turn around and say, okay, he's the Attorney General. How's crime going for you? It's record high, 37% increase since he's been there. Murders and homicides are through the roof. Philadelphia is on course to have a record 600. It was 277 when he's the Attorney General. Fentanyl death is a catastrophe. We're the 4th highest in the nation. He's letting criminals out of jail like his buddy Fetterman, and that's the fact that people want to be in safe neighborhoods, whether you're in Philadelphia or in Fulton County, and they want to be able to raise their kids with school choice and opportunities. The parents in Philadelphia are more school choice than most Pennsylvanians. 88% of Philadelphia parents want school choice. Josh Shapiro ain't going to give it to you. So I talk about the issues. And the people appreciate that. Sean's obviously, from time to time, I go to Shapiro's page to see what's going on. And his own people that will never vote for me, they're like, yes, we know you don't like Doug, but what are you running on? What do you stand for? He's digging his own grave. It's beautiful.
All right, quick break. More with Republican gubernatorial candidate from Pennsylvania, Doug Mastriano, and then we'll get to your calls. All right, due to your love of MyPillow products and all your support, the original My Slippers, they're now almost completely sold out. And because of this, Mike Lindell has now launched brand new all-season slippers, slides, and sandals for as low as $29.98. Now, this is only a limited time offer. The slippers are made with a 4-layer design to ensure perfect comfort. They also have breathable fabric so you can wear them all year round. The slides, the sandals, they're extremely comfortable and durable due to their patented impact gel. And Mike guarantees, or your money back, satisfaction guarantee, that these will be the most comfortable footwear that you will own. All right. So this offer won't be around long. For slippers, slides, sandals as low as $29.98, just go to the Sean Hannity Square at mypillow.com or mention my name when you call 800-919-6090, and Mike's guarantee the most comfortable footwear you will ever own.
The final hour of the Sean Hannity Show is up next. Hang on for Sean's Conservative Solutions.
All right, we continue with Republican gubernatorial candidate Doug Mastriano is with us. It seems the only thing he's been wanting to hit you on, and I understand Planned Parenthood has spent millions, correct me if I'm wrong on that, I've heard that from a couple of people that they've seen these ads, is the issue of abortion. And now abortion has been sent back to the states. I know you're pro-life. What do you think is right for the state, for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania on that issue?
And I'll give you this is not a dodge either. It says in the decision by the Supreme Court, the issue of life and abortion is now to the people and the people's representatives. So I cannot do executive action on the issue of life in Pennsylvania. So the people of Pennsylvania that will decide if there's exceptions, what kind of exceptions, and what does it look like? Does it look like a heartbeat bill, which we do have? And if there's a heartbeat, you can't abort the baby. Is it a fetal pain bill? It's about 15 weeks. And so Pennsylvania, the choice is clear. On the other side, Josh Shapiro wants and is going to have abortion up to birth. The guy's too extreme and too radical. The irony, Sean, and we've seen this since Clinton, the left has a penchant for calling us things that they are. I mean,
So Fetterman and Josh Shapiro have no restrictions on abortion at all. Where I think the nation, and I'm pro-life like you are, I make exceptions for rape, incest, mother's life. Where I think the nation is going to fall on this issue is probably in the Mississippi Dobbs case area of 15 weeks. In other words, Bill Clinton once famously said it should be rare but legal. And the people that I talk to that are pro-choice will say to me, Clinton was right. It needs to be rare, legal. They're reluctant about it. They don't like it. And early. Meaning most abortions now, 55-60% are done by a pill. And most people don't know that.
Yeah, no, I agree. How Pennsylvania falls out, it probably will. It might go to a heartbeat bill. I just don't know. But just for the people in Pennsylvania, you decide what abortion looks like in Pennsylvania. There's no executive action. But what I do know, under Shapiro, it's going to be a bloodbath. He's pledged to make this an abortion sanctuary state. I mean, to run on that whole issue of death of a baby here, it's just something really wrong with somebody when he has no other policies in place.
I just think that he's just out of touch with the mainstream. And it's like the grotesque comments of, remember, Governor Northam. First, we'll deliver the baby and we'll make sure the baby's comfortable. And in that situation, then the doctor and the mom will have a discussion. What? And decide if that baby, a living soul, gets to live any further? I mean, if that's not infanticide, I don't know what it is. And I'll be honest, I know people that say they're pro-choice, and I've had long discussions with them. None of them support late-term abortion. None of them. And they all recognize that at that point, a child is viable and can live outside the womb. That is then, at that point, infanticide. There's no ambiguity. The science is clear.
Yeah, I agree. On other issues, my opponent is too radical as well. So we had protecting female sports from male athletes. We passed it in the Senate and the House, sadly along party lines. It was vetoed by our governor, and Josh Shapiro cheered. I mean, so he wants to, and listen to this, Sean. I mean, we have now become the feminists on the Republican side.
Well,
my opponent wants to roll back 50 years of women achievements under Title IX, and you know this well. You've been tracking it here. Roll back the clock 50 years on these achievements that it took them scholarships and sacrifice now to have male domination of female sports. My opponent, Josh Shapiro, actually he filed an amicus together with Virginia to allow boys in the girls' bathroom. This time last year, a beautiful young lady was raped. We saw this happen. The school board tried to cover it up, and you covered it. The dad was hauled out in handcuffs. That's life in Pennsylvania in the Shapiro. He wants boys in the girls' bathroom. The guy is just their politics is so extreme and insane. I can't even believe.
I am shocked that Pennsylvania Democrats have gone that far nuts. And I think once people become aware of Josh Shapiro's record and positions and Fetterman's record and positions, I don't see how it's possible for them to win. The problem that you guys have been having is that they're hiding. They don't want to debate. Yeah. They just want they want early voting as much as they can, and they'll debate you the final week before the election. That's too late. That's unacceptable. That's unfair to the people of Pennsylvania. We're following your race closely. This is a very important state for this election year. Doug Mastriano running as a Republican for governor, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We'll have you back, Governor. We appreciate you being with us. I'm calling you Governor ahead of time because I think you're going to win.
I'll take it. And one last thing, Sean.
Yes, sir.
And the pathway to 2024 is through Pennsylvania. I get to appoint the Secretary of State, and I've been leading the endeavor here to get some voting integrity going on in the state. So if you want to have safe, secure elections and want a clean election.
Well, I don't know why the state of Pennsylvania ignored their own constitution and bypassed it with legislation, which by its very definition is unconstitutional to me. But anyway, we appreciate you being with us, and we're going to watch your race closely. Doug, thank you for being here.